So I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I'm back with a bang for you guys. I'm going to take a little bit of a turn on this channel, and I want to start making some more longer videos and more high value stuff, because that's what you people want. I'm just going to try and share as much knowledge as I possibly can from doing this stuff for over 5 years and making money online. So today I'm going to give you a full mini course on how you can start a business online in 2024. So let's jump straight in. So step one, and that's actually reverse engineering your goals. So people want to make 10k a month, or they want to make 100 grand a year, which is 8 grand a month, but they don't actually know how to get there. And you know, I'd be like everyone else on YouTube who I just said, oh, use this business model, go make 10k a month. But what I want to do is actually break it down where it actually takes to make 10k a month. So we look at it this way: say you wanted to make 100 grand in your first year of your online business, then that would be £8,000 a month. Then if you broke that down further by dividing it by 30, then that'll be £277 a day. And when you look at it this way, it obviously makes it a lot more achievable. Instead of just looking at this overall number, if you can break it down into day type compartments, then you'll know what you need to do on a daily basis to hit them figures. Because I know, like, when I was in your shoes, when I was first getting started, like, one of the things that used to just absolutely plague me and stop me from making money for a long time is I wanted to do it, I wanted to be successful, I wanted to be rich, I wanted to know that I wanted to do all that. However, I just didn't know what to do on a daily basis. So when you break it down like this, it just gives you a more realistic figure that you can actually work at and figure out, you know, how can I actually make £277 in a day, instead of going, oh, how do I make 100k at once? And when you look like this, it's actually so much easier. So let's break it down even further and think, how do we actually make 10k in a month? So you can make 10k in a month by selling a £50 product to 200 people a month, and you can have that on a £50 membership. You can do it that way, or you could sell a £1,000 product a month to 10 people, and that would be 10k a month. Or you could do it with 20 people, and you could sell a £500 product, or you could get 5 people to pay you £2,000 a month. And hopefully that already just gives you a much sort of clearer figure of, you know, your pricing and what you actually need to do surrounding that. So let's go into step 2. So step 2, and this is the biggest issue I see people make, and I'm completely guilty of this myself. So my first business was actually a drop shipping business where I sold these like shitty wireless earphones online, and ultimately ended up failing. I made about 8 to 10 grand in revenue, can't exactly remember, but you know, I'd spent so much on ads that I just broke even after buying product. But the reason it failed is because I like these earphones, I thought they were a good product, but I never actually did any research into it, and never actually seen if people were actually after these, or you know, there was too much competition already around that. So the absolute life hack that's going to save you so much heartbreak and actually get you ahead of everyone else is just getting your proof of concept first. And you know, the hack for this is just to speak to someone in the niche that you're looking to get into. So for example, with my marketing agency, I wanted to work with financial advisors, so I literally rang over 200 financial advisors and just asked them about their daily problems, their daily frustrations, you know, what would make their life better, what would make their life easier. And by doing this, you're going to get your proof of concept of what people are actually looking for. Because you can think, oh, I've got an amazing business idea, but when you go to the market, people aren't even interested in it, they don't buy it. And this is what I see happen all the time. So people like have this business idea and they spend thousands on stock up front, and they never even sell a single unit because no one wanted it in the first place. And you know, it's totally wrong when you look at it like this. You should first get your proof of concept by doing it very small, or just getting information around it first, and then going big, instead of investing thousands in stock and ads and setting up the website and setting up your business first. Get your proof of concept first, and that is absolutely a life hack. And you'd be surprised that, you know, say for example you wanted to work with, I don't know, builders or something like that, you'd be surprised how many people in your immediate circle, your mum's friends, your dad's friends, your family members, or your friend's friend actually work in this industry. You could easily get them on the phone, you know, for 20 minutes, an hour, whatever it is, or even take them for a coffee and just find out what's keeping them up at night, what's frustrating them. And once you've got this and you're able to solve a real problem. See, you know, people have it wrong. They're like, I'll start my own business. They set up an Instagram page and think they're an entrepreneur, when really a business is just a collective of skills, and it's about solving a problem. And so all you need to do first is find the problem and then offer a solution, and you charge people for that. See, you know, when a problem is painful enough for someone, they'll pay you whatever you want in order to solve that problem. And you know, it's as simple as that when it comes to business. For example, would someone pay you £500 a month if you could save them 3 hours a day? And say you're working with like a financial advisor like I do, or something like that, 3 hours to them might make them like 3 grand. So of course they're going to do that. It's like, it's a no-brainer for them. And when you look at it this way, it helps you with more confidence in sales calls, in life, in everything. When you realize that, like, a lot of people are like, how can you charge £1,000 a month? And I'm like, because I know that can make them 4 grand back, or I can save them X amount of time. And when you look at it like this, it makes it easier for you, because you're not going into sales calls thinking, oh, how can I charge this much? I hope it's not too much. You have confidence around price then, which actually helps you close a lot more deals. Now, step number 3, and this is picking the business model. And you know, this is probably the hardest bit of this video is going to be, but I'm going to give you the best ideas and the most, you know, the business models that are going to give you the highest chance of success in 2024. And you know, you're probably watching videos thinking, oh, I want to do social media marketing, and you're know I'm not going to sit here and say it's not a good business model, because I've done it and done it successfully, but in 2024 I wouldn't say that's the best business model, and it's for one of the key reasons. You know, back in 2017, the reason like someone like Iman Gadzhi's done so well, because back then not that many people actually had skills in social media marketing or could actually offer that, and it was a very niche thing. Like, if you're good at Facebook ads, it's probably because you learned it on your own. Like, you didn't go to college or university to learn anything like that. And now I know you still can't do that, but a lot more competition is out there in terms of this, and it drives price down. So if you know basic economics, you look at, you know, a price graph at equilibrium, like you've got supply and demand, and the more supply there is, the lower the price goes. So just understand that. I'm not putting you off the business model, but there's much better opportunities, and especially with AI coming about, like, you know, you can do half the job just through AI now. Like, for my business, I'll write ad copy using ChatGPT, because I programmed a GPT so well. I just feed one model. So instead of opening a new chat every time, just feed it with the same one, same copywriting prompts, and the results you get out of that, absolutely amazing. But to give you some ideas of what business models I would go for if I was starting from scratch, first of all, I would look at building AI softwares. So, you know, there's a lot of businesses out there, and I've even worked for them, that run like absolute dinosaurs. They've got like loads of admin staff they don't need. They've got like 10 different softwares and every staff member's screen, when really you could combine a lot of this using no-code platforms like Bubble.io, where you can build, you know, a software, and it doesn't require much technical knowledge these days. Like back in the day, to, you know, get into tech or tech startups like they do in Silicon Valley, like you needed millions in startup capital and things like that, and you needed, you know, amazing developers that might be like 10 grand a month. But now you can do it with no code. And I'm not saying that you won't need to do coding at some point, but that's something you can figure out down the line. If you're more technically inclined, then I would definitely look into this as a potential business model. Another one, and this is very new, so, you know, I don't know, you know, what to actually say about this yet, but I'm going to give you the information so you can make an informed decision yourself, and it's custom GPTs. So OpenAI, you know, the people that run ChatGPT, have basically launched the custom GPT store I think it's this month they're doing it, and they're going to share 35% of revenue of any GPTs that you build with them. And I see this as a huge opportunity. Like all these, you know, the guys on YouTube and everything like that, the ones that have done the best are the first movers, because money likes speed. So if you can be one of the first people to get into this and actually look into custom GPT more, and, you know, build your own and plug APIs into it so it actually works with other websites and things like that, I think this is a huge opportunity in 2024. And I probably shouldn't even be telling you guys this, because you just can go steal it now, but that's what I want for you guys. I want you to actually make some money as well. Another business model I would look at, and this is especially going to be rising in 2024, is a personal brand or a niche personal brand, because at the end of the day, you know, you can get as many robots as you want to replace the workforce, but people still want to be entertained. They want to see humans. They want to live life through other people's eyes in a lot of cases, which, you know, it can be a little bit sad to think of it like that, but that's what people want, and that's what entertains people. And for a lot of people, that's an escape. If they can watch a YouTuber just living their life or going on holiday and things like that, that is enough to make them feel happy inside. So, you know, this is going to be an amazing opportunity, and it leads to so many other opportunities as well. Like, just by building my personal brand on Instagram and YouTube and things like that, the amount of opportunities that have been presented to me, and whether that's, you know, marketing other people's products, affiliate products and things like that, or, you know, just eventually selling to your own audience when you've provided enough value, this opens many doors for you. And influence is one of the key successes getting rich in 2024. Building an audience that you can then sell stuff to, or, you know, influence stuff to, build communities around that, and that's going to be a huge opportunity. Especially, I've just seen something actually, so, you know, Alex Hormozi has just invested, I think he made it the biggest investment of his life, into Skool, which is an online community platform that Sam Ubbins built, who's, you know, like the GOAT of, you know, YouTube, SMA, consulting, all of that. And, you know, this is a huge opportunity, because what you can do with this is you can build a community on there, leverage your personal brands, you can sell people to that, and in that you can offer coaching, mentoring, you can put courses in the community. So I'm definitely keeping my eye on this one, and you guys should too as well. And of course, another business model would be AI automation agencies. So this can cover a lot of things, but, you know, what businesses do actually need is chatbots. And I wouldn't say that like you should just focus on chatbots, but there's so many like customer service teams that people pay 20 grand each, and they might have 6 members on their, you know, in big businesses, and you can pretty much replace all this with just an AI chatbot now. They're getting that good. So if you can build these for businesses, and you can pitch them to the business and sell them and tell them how much money they're actually going to save, you know, by using this software instead of hiring 6 customer service staffs, which I know sounds quite grim, because you might think, well, people are going to lose their jobs, but that is the way the world's going. If you don't do it, someone else is going to do it, and it's likely that a lot of these people might get put into better roles rather than customer service, because that's a very sort of entry-level job to be in. And as well, just to go back to what I said about the personal brand, And you might be thinking, well, you know, I'm not an expert in anything yet. But the truth is, you just need to be one step ahead of your audience. So for example, I'm not sitting here telling you how to make £1 million a month, but I can sit here and tell you how to make 10K a month, because that's something I've done. And you know, whether that is, you don't have to just be about financials or making people money. It can be an anxiety coach, it could be a relationship coach, anything like that, anything that actually interests you. Because one of the cheat codes, and I know people always get upset when you say about this, is to follow your passion, which I don't think is necessarily true. You shouldn't just follow your passion, you should follow where the money is as well. But something you're interested in is going to get you through them boring days when you have to just grind and things like that. Like, I genuinely love AI, I genuinely love online business and everything around entrepreneurship. So that's what keeps me going. So if you can find, if you're genuinely interested in, I don't know, what would be a good example, you know, helping people with relationship advice or something like that, then, you know, go for that and you just find a way to monetize around it. As I said, build a community where people can pay membership to. And I broke the numbers down before, but if you can get 200 people to pay £50 a month, that's 10K a month. And, you know, it's not that hard if you can reach a large audience, which you can do through a personal brand, because you can get loads of organic reach for free on TikTok and Instagram, YouTube, anything like that. And, you know, the days of TV are slowly dying. So you've now got an opportunity to build your own TV channel on YouTube and things like that. So definitely look into this, guys. So step number 4, and this is actually selling your services. So I can only talk about what I've actually done myself. So I've done cold calling, I've done cold outreach, I've done ads, and I'm going to explain all of them to you. So cold calling is definitely powerful. Don't listen to anyone that says it doesn't work in 2024. The only people that say that is because it's too painful for them, which it is very painful. And, you know, you're going to feel pretty down when you have to get up in the morning sometimes, just hammer the phones. But if you can get your first client, it changes the ball game for everything. Your confidence goes through the roof. You don't care about, you know, getting no's or ringing people or anything like that, because once you get your first client, then you know it works, and it does work. And I've got multiple clients from cold calling as well. But what I would also say is a very powerful opportunity in 2024, especially if you're doing cold outreach and getting clients to your business, is definitely LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a growing platform. You know, there's a lot of business professionals on there, and although it does get hammered by sales reps and people pitching and cold DMs, if you can do it right and you can connect with people and you can do, you know, just add 20 people a day, and then you message them and you add another 20 people a day, because there is limits with the free version. And on I have had the premium version as well. I don't think it's that worth it, to be honest. But I would definitely invest in it if that's your main way of doing outreach. But this is powerful. I've got like 90% of my clients from LinkedIn from my marketing agency. So definitely don't pass this one up. And one of the mistakes I did make at first with my cold outreach was sending a big message script at first. Definitely don't do that. First of all, just say like, hello, introduce yourself. Not like, hi, my name is blah, 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 but just something personal that's going to capture their attention. Because if you send them a pitch straight away, it's likely they're going to blank it, or they're just not going to read through it, because, you know, you're expecting people to think that you're worth their time on first glance. So I would start with a smaller message, get their interest with something, and then go into the pitch later once you've got the conversation going. But it's absolutely amazing, and you can use ChatGPT to write the scripts, and you know, and it's powerful, some of the answers that it'll actually come out with. Another method of doing cold outreach would be Instagram DMs, and I know this still works because people pitch me all the time on Instagram, and I actually do look at them and I reply to them, and some of them I've even hired for my own business. And you know, a lot of these are just, you know, very sort of simple messages, very quick. So I get a lot of people sort of asking to do video editing for me, which I actually need, and I've actually took on 2 people from Instagram DMs, and they'll say, you know, I'll do a free trial for you, I'll edit some videos for free, and then you can go from there. And I think that's an amazing way to get in, because who's going to turn down a free offer? And especially if you can offer this whatever businesses you're in, or, you know, give someone a free demonstration before they even pay for it or anything like that, you're definitely going to get a conversation out of it, and you're going to be amazed the amount of replies you get from it. Because, you know, a lot of people are moving to Instagram like the main sort of platform for reaching people on, especially more newer businesses, and they're the sort of businesses you want to go after with these AI technologies and things like that. Because with a lot of older businesses, you might find just by cold call and things like that, they can be dinosaurs sometimes. They're not really ready, you know, for the improvement, or the business owners are 60, 70 years old, so they're not really too familiar with it. But a lot of businesses that are on Instagram are very up to date with it. They know they need it as a solution, they know about their problems, and they know that social media is a good way to go about it. So it's an amazing place to pitch people on. So step 5, so now we're going to get to the good stuff, so ads. And, you know, in business, you've got 2 forms of equity. So you've got sweat equity and you've got capital equity. So sweat equity is like what we just talked about then with cold outreach. You're using your time to get an output, and usually you're putting a lot of time in to get very low output, so that's called low leverage. However, when you move into ads, this is a way to consistently generate leads. However, you know, the reason a lot of people don't talk about ads and they just say hammer cold outreach is because they're assuming that, you know, the audience doesn't have a lot of money to start with. So I would even recommend, if you don't have, you know, $1,000 or $2,000 to invest into ads, because that's going to get you ahead so much more than everyone else. Then just work a job for a bit, build your capital up till you've got that money, and then invest it into advertisements, because that's going to allow you to get so much more output out of your time. And usually you're attracting the right people that way. As with cold outreach, you're sort of just like shooting a shotgun and it's going everywhere. Whereas when you're investing in ads, it's like a sniper. You're targeting people, you're attracting the right people who are actually going to be interested in what you're selling. So I definitely recommend doing this. And I'm going to share with you my exact strategy that made me my first 100K online using ads. So this is how I would set up my sort of funnel, as you would say, to generate leads for my business. So I'd first of all create a high impact ad. So it'd be some sort of ad that triggers an emotional response in the audience. And you can do this by, you might use you, or it might be an example of a client you've done it for, or just some sort of figure you can use to represent this. But you'll show someone, in the current state, which might be the same state as the prospecting. It might be no time, they're not able to generate leads, not able to, be efficient with their analytics in the business or something like that. And then you show the desired outcome at the end, and you can represent this through a story, which works very well, or you can do it by, showing a lot of social proof. You'll get the ad, and then the call to action of the advertisement would be to, get a free training, free case study along them lines. And then you can build a simple website on Wix or something like that. You can do a lot of it with AI now as well. And you can put a video sales letter on there. And a video sales letter is essentially just a sort of 15 to 20 minute video that, takes the prospect from the current state to the desired state, and you bridge that gap using your product, which you'll pitch at the end. And the call to action for this is going to be something like, booking a call with us, or whatever your sales mechanism is, whether you want people to message you on WhatsApp, you want them to message you on Instagram, you want them to message you on email, or if it's a Calendly call, I would recommend that. Just get them fired up, get them ready to book in a call with you, and you want to be very emotional in your selling on this video. So it's like, a video sales letter is basically like a sales pitch in a video, and it's so powerful because it can sell 24/7, and you don't need to be on the phone all the time to do this, and it automatically generates leads for you because they're going to book in to your Calendly, to your WhatsApp, whatever, once they've watched the video. And the beauty of this as well is, in order for them to watch the case study, so when they see your ad, they'll click, and then they have to give their email in order to watch the free case study. So all the people that don't message you after watching the case study, or they might just sign up and not even open it, you can then email market to them for free, because you now own that traffic because you've got their email. And what you can do is warm them colder leads up, because let's face it, a lot of people aren't ready to buy on first sight. It's like asking a stranger to marry you, when really you need to warm them up, show them some value over email, and might send them some free resources, tell them some funny stories, and build a relationship with them. And then all them people that would have just got left and you would never have seen them again, they're going to get warmed up and start booking calls in from your email list. And what I would recommend doing here as well, if you go on ChatGPT, ask it to build you a 5-day email sequence, and you can even say use Russell Brunson structure, the soap opera sequence. What you can do with this, it'll build you out 5 emails that are gonna, and you can fine tune it to your niche, what information, say make them valuable, or want them to provide value on certain topic. And this is going to convert your audience so much better, because say you've only got 3% of people that actually are booking a call with you from the video sales letter on your website, then all these other 97%, you're going to slowly warm them up over your email list. And it's so powerful when you do this. So that's pretty much it for today, and I hope you got some value out of this video. And if you have any sort of questions or anything you want me to go more in depth in, just drop it in the comments. I've only just started this YouTube channel, so if you want any videos or certain topics you want me to talk about, I'll do it, and I'll make videos on it. So just let me know in the comments. And as I said, if you found some value in this, then subscribe, or don't.